44 minutes after 8 o'clock, and joining us in studio this morning, or actually on the phone this morning, from the Chaves County Extension Office, your 4-H agent, Andrea Stapp, this morning. Good morning. How you doing today?
Good morning. Doing well.
Good deal. So how's life at the Extension Office today?
Well, it's starting to pick up.
Good.
With 4-H activities. We do still, I'm going to do a plug for our positions right now.
Okay.
We still have our Family Consumer Science agent position open. So if you're wanting to work with kids on eating better, and even adults, it's partly adult and partly 4-H, diabetes prevention, nutrition, and just kind of healthy living all in general. Look it up. It's on the NMSU website.
Okay.
And then also our ag position will be opening up soon, as well as Troy decided to take a different position, so we are down an ag agent right now too.
Oh, wow. So is Troy still in the extension group, or is he going on to something else?
Nope, somewhere else.
Okay.
So, but he's still around town, so we'll still see him and hit him up for questions
hit
every
him up
once
for
in a while.
obscure plant-related questions. Yes.
Yes.
So you're kind of holding down the fort here for a bit till everybody gets back online.
For a little bit, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
so
that
if you
explains
have
the
any
busyness.
questions, yes, let us know, and I will do my best to get them answered. So it may take a little while.
Very good. For folks that are interested, like you said, you can go to the NMSU website. Is it also through like the Workforce Connections? Are the job listings through there too? If folks want to go
I
through
think
that
so.
angle?
Or I think if you just go to the NMSU website and scroll to the bottom and go to employment opportunities,
Okay.
You can search for extension jobs, and be more specific and put Chaves, and they should be there. I know the ag one's not actually up yet, but be looking for that one.
Coming soon.
Yes.
And now, if you're like, I do love the job, but I can't be on the radio. I hear don't worry. I don't know. You have to make arrangements with Andrew about being on the radio. But if you do have to come on the radio, I'm very gentle.
Yes, and it's really not that bad.
That's right. I'll ease you with some Billy Ocean, and we'll get nice and relaxed, and then we'll have a conversation.
Yes, it's very easy and laid back.
Good deal. So, on the 4-H side of things, I know you kind of are more into the program side instead of the, we kind of been the last several months leading up to this was the kind of recruitment and getting people involved, and now you're kind of opening up. Like I said, the world's opening up, so the programs and everything are start opening up. Are you guys getting prepared for a fair season this year and all that, or is that still on hiatus?
Yes, we already had we tagged in our livestock and are getting those ready for county fair at the end of July. So the kids are busy with their livestock projects. They're also working on their indoor exhibits. We've had a few workshops for those so that they could get some projects done and have more coming up, hopefully. So it is busying up. We just actually came off of our district judging contest for our novice and juniors, where it's like if they have livestock judging, you have 4 different animals and you have to place them the first one you place with your best one, the one at the bottom is your worst, and then your not favorable one, and then you have your 2 in the middle that you're gonna is better or worse than each other. So which there's a lot of ID in that too. Like some contests, like horticulture is just being able to ID fruits and vegetables and nuts and houseplants. And so we just came off of that. We actually had 32 kids participate in that, so that was good. That's pretty close to our average, so I was excited about that.
Awesome.
And they also did their shooting sports events as well, and everyone did really well. We came home with lots of ribbons and medals, and
awesome.
So they're getting to be a little bit more normal and getting to participate in things like usual.
That's great. That's great. I imagine they were probably just as excited just to be out there participating as they were, actually winning and doing well in them. I mean, it's like, we want to do well, sure, but it's just nice to be able to come out and do these things again. So, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Good deal. So,
Yeah.
so let me ask this. I know we're not really in the recruiting season, but if there's a family just kind of hearing about 4-H and stuff, is still a good time to kind of get a hold of you and say, hey, what opportunities are available for my child?
Yeah, it's a great time to get in, visit with clubs and see which one best fits for you, because we do ask that you attend a club meeting once a month, and so that's where you're really going to build that 4-H family, is in that club.
Mm-hmm.
And they meet once a month. They do parliamentary procedure, and so now is a good time to figure out which club works best for you. You can't do anything competitive this year, just because you didn't meet our enrollment deadline by March 31st, but get on our mailing list and our email list so that you can be up to date and kind of start figuring 4-H out. It is kind of overwhelming because there is so much that you can do. It's not just showing livestock. There is it's a multifaceted organization. And so then come October, when we have our new 4-H year starting October 1st, you're already in our system. We can print out a re-enrollment for you, and you're good to go once you get that turned in, and can start participating in all of the fun competitive events and other activities.
Yeah, it's kind of like when you ever go to a restaurant that has a menu that's like 12 pages, and you're like, oh, there's so many choices, and you get a little overwhelmed.
Yeah.
It can be like that. But if you're one of those folks that's like, no, I'm really into shooting sports, I'm really into computers or leatherwork or whatever it is that your passion is, and if you don't know, then dabble and try around and find the ones that find you, and
that works. Yeah.
You
never know what might be what you might find that you're interested in.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing. If you go into one and you're like, hey, this is not me, I wanted to get out of this one and try something else. That's not a problem. You can do those kind of. It's all about finding your niche and finding the things that you love and helping you prepare, for life and what happens when we become adults and things like that. So all of it's part of that too. So regardless of what facet of 4-H draws you to the most, all of it, you still get those same kind of values and things from it. You just get to do it through a venue that is kind of more in your interests versus somebody else's. That's all. So,
right.
Yeah, you can learn all about.
And usually
sorry.
Usually when you start with one, then I'm like, hey, you should come try this out, and then I hook you and I drag you into doing something else.
There you go. So your horizons will be broadened whether you want them or not.
Yes.
Just kidding.
Yes.
But it really is a great opportunity for kids, and like you said earlier, yeah, sure. 4-H is very much part of the fabric of the agricultural industry and everything. But you can be very much a part of the 4-H and not have any knowledge or really even desires in the agriculture industry, and still learn a bunch, have a bunch of fun, and of course, great some values that will translate to whatever skill set that you're pursuing as you get older and do more things in life. So
exactly.
Yeah. So so we got that going on. Now, just kind of jumping around here, like you said, with the diabetes class and things. The best way to is probably call the office and ask questions about getting in on signing up for some of that stuff.
Yes, I can't think of any that are coming up right now, but that doesn't mean there won't be any. I know that we may partner with another county to do some diabetes classes. I know Shannon did that before she left. So we'll just kind of see what's in the works. But yeah, you can always call and put your name on the list for those classes. And then once we get one scheduled, we can send you a postcard or give you a call to see if you're still interested.
Absolutely. And in the meantime, you can always utilize the websites and resources available to you through the Extension Office and NMSU. There's a lot of great information there. So if even if there's not a class per se available, there's resources for information, so you can learn some of that stuff. So you can incorporate some of that in your lifestyle now, because a lot of the times the folks that are generally coming to you are folks that maybe either were just diagnosed as diabetics or they've been told you're not diabetic yet, but you keep down the path you're going, you will be. And so
Exactly.
there's a lot of information available, even though there's not a class, that the extension office can put you in the right direction for. So if you just had one of those visits with the doctor and you're like, man, I got to get some resources here, don't hesitate to call the extension office. They'll put you in the right direction on some of that stuff. So
Yes.
there are, even though there's not an official class, there's definitely ways to do that. And to be honest, I would, not that I'm like saying, hey, if you're going to get diabetes, now's a good time, but I'm not saying that. but as far as the knowledge and you can alter your lifestyle, and you got to when you've been diagnosed. I mean, your diet, everything, you got to
Right.
alter that.
Yeah.
There's way more companies and people doing things to kind of make that transition a little easier. And what I mean by that is, now everyone's all about learning recipes and foods that kind of simulate the tastes and things you love, but don't have all the bad carbs and sugars that are a problem for you. And so that's where it's great because that's the part is like, because let's face it, people that, hey, I'm right there with you. I mean, yeah, you're like, dude, I'm eating this pile of French fries because by golly, it makes me happy. And I get it, and you're like,
Yeah.
but all right, let's figure out a way to do that without it being such a detriment to your body. We can do that. So, and that's really what it's about. And then once you kind of get and embrace that, then the mindset of being diabetic isn't so bad. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people are like, oh, I'm going to eat ice cream sundae again. This is it. I'm just going to eat rabbit food till I die. And
no, it's all about control and being able to control what you eat and be able to have those treats every once in a while.
So there is advice. So if you've just had those diagnoses and you're thinking, man, I'm this stinks. I want some options here. Call the extension office. They'll put you on the list for when these classes come up. But in the meantime, they can get you some resources and say, hey, check this out, read this out. There's some great recipes, some great ideas, things like that. And Andrea, I would say and your team, but Andrea will be happy to help you do that.
Yes. And our future team.
And your future team, yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Good deal.
So they can, I guess I should give out the number. Our number is 575-622-3210. We're there Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. We actually have our secretaries our administrative assistants back in the office now, so we should be open through lunch. But if there's a case where we're shorthanded, we'll be off. We'll take lunch 12 to 1, so that might be a time when we're not at the office.
Can they leave a voicemail
come back
or something?
or call back.
Okay, very good.
Yes.
And yeah, if you have any questions, you want to learn about 4-H, if you've got any ag-related questions, she'll make sure those get to Troy. And of course, any of the diabetic stuff we talked about, called as well too. All of this.
Yes.
That's what they're there to help you with. And of course, if I know this is more in Troy's world, but like if you need those pesticide workshops or want information about that, she can get that information to you as well, and those kind of things, or any latest or updates on some of that, because I know that's been a little different in the world of COVID too. So,
yes,
yeah. Good deal. One more time, give out that phone number.
575-622-3210, and you can also, we're at 200 East Chisholm Street, so you can come by and see us. We're on the east of the county admin building. So
very good.
In a big red building, so can't miss us.
Yep. A matter of fact, for those watching the video, there's a picture of the big red building right now on the screen. So look for that building and go in it.
Yes.
You'll see a big sign that says New Mexico State University Cooperative Extension right there on the front there. So awesome. Well, thank you, ma'am. Appreciate the visit. Don't work too hard. And
I'll try not to.
And while you got some time, and if you need some you time, just scope out cool hiding spaces in the building that the people were like, well, where's Andrea? I thought she was around here, and then just where. And you can be in there, eating a cheese sandwich and playing a Rubik's Cube or something.
Right.
Whatever you got to do.
I'm in my hiding spot.
Yeah, exactly. Your happy place. Awesome. Well, thank you, Andrea. We'll talk to you again soon. Okay.
Right. Thank you for having me. We'll talk to you later.
All right. Take care. Bye-bye. All right, that was Andrea Stapp with the Chaves County Extension Office. Yeah, they do a lot of great stuff for folks over there. So if you need a hand, they don't hesitate. Call and but like I said, Andrea's looks like she's the head of the 3-ring circus right now. So give her a little time to get acclimated, caught up, and take care of everybody's business and needs and things like that. All right, it is